some other fault. So if somebody is looking into our premises, they can even find one or two fault and that can be recorded other than this. So that is why we are just complying with whatever is said by the authorities. It's just like a police station where what is said by the SI or the head constable is the law of the land.
So this is what this is the problem with the problem we are facing the radiologists, because the written rules are there, but
when the inspection team
they are changing the new rules and we are not aware of that rules. Well, it is not there in any of the published that.
I'll come to that.
Yeah.
And ഈ സർ ഒരു കാര്യം മനസ്സിലാക്കണം, കേരളത്തിൽ PCP ആക്ട് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഏകദേശം 2002 തൊട്ട് നമ്മളിവിടെ സ്ട്രിക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് എത്ര ഡോക്ടേഴ്സിനെ ഇവിടെ പിനലൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് സാർ, എത്ര ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽസ് സീൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഒന്നും നടന്നിട്ടില്ല. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത് സംഭവിക്കുന്നത് നാഷണൽ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ടീം വന്ന ശേഷം മാത്രമാണ്. ഇവിടെ അത്രയ്ക്ക് ലീനിയൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ് എടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് സംഭവിക്കാത്തത്. വൈ? ബിക്കോസ് ഇസ് ദാറ്റ് കേരളത്തിൽ ആണ് വൺ ഓഫ് ദി ഫ്യൂ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് വെയർ ദ അപ്രോപ്രിയേറ്റ് അതോറിറ്റി ആൻഡ് ദ നോഡൽ ഓഫീസർ ഈസ് എ ഡോക്ടർ. ബാക്കി എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഒന്നീ ഡിസ്ട്രിക്ട് കളക്ടേഴ്സോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മജിസ്ട്രേറ്റ്സോ ആണ് ഇതിൻ്റെ അപ്രോപ്രിയേറ്റ് അതോറിറ്റീസ്. എവിടെയൊക്കെ ഇതുണ്ടോ അവിടെ എല്ലാം ഹോസ്പിറ്റലുകൾ പൂട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്, അൾട്രാസൗണ്ട് മെഷീൻ സീസ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഡോണ്ട് സേ ദാറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് ഫ്ലെക്സിബിൾ, ഇറ്റ്സ് ഹാപ്പനിങ്. ഇതുകൊണ്ട് within 90 days, if you are not getting the renewal certificate, you are entitled to practice. You will have to show that certificate. Then മാഡം നമ്മൾ ഡ്യൂപ്ലിക്കേറ്റിലാണല്ലോ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്, അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു കോപ്പിയും മാഡം പൈസ അടച്ചതിൻ്റെ ബാങ്കിലേക്ക് അടച്ചതിൻ്റെ റെസിപ്റ്റ് മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ കയ്യിലുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ nobody is going to punish you by law. You can give a complaint against that appropriate district appropriate authority to the state appropriate authority. But you have the proof.
The point is that if now onwards this should be followed. If any person from the PCNB cell comes, if they are taking from a record from our side, either we should take the photocopy or we should get a signed receipt.
You should have collected that, man. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. ഈ ലോയിൽ പറയുന്നുണ്ട് അത് CC ആണെങ്കിൽ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് CC എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം നമ്മൾ റെസിപ്റ്റ് വാങ്ങിക്കണമെന്ന് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ഉണ്ട്.
അങ്ങനെ
ഉണ്ട് 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 ഉണ്ട്. ഗവൺമെന്റിൽ ഇതിനൊക്കെ പറയുന്നുണ്ട് ലോക്കൽ ലാംഗ്വേജ് മലയാളം കോപ്പി ഉണ്ട്. DHS ഇറക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. Okay, definitely.
Sir, every doctors,
all the registered clinics.
അയ്യോ അത് പാടാണ് നടക്കത്തില്ല സാർ. One thing that we are doing is every amendments we are publishing in the DHS website. PNDTയുടെ സൈറ്റിൽ നമ്മൾ എല്ലാ അമെൻമെന്റ്സും ചേർക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. IRA അയക്കാം. That's a good suggestion. Okay.
Every doctors has to be registered separately. Every doctors doing.
If in a hospital multiple doctors are practicing, only one registration is required. But the appropriate authority should be informed how many doctors are practicing on that. You need not pay any additional amount for that, but your name should be there, and that name should be exhibited in the hall.
People commit any fault, the responsibility is with the registered.
No, nobody else other than these registered people are supposed to use this machine.
ഇവര് പറയുന്നത് name should be displayed on the board. NCA says no name should be displayed there. ആളുകളുടെ പേര് ഡിസ്പ്ലേ ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല.
MCA പറഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ. നോ MCA പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത് നിങ്ങളുടെ പേരുകൾ പരസ്യം ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല എന്നാണ്. പിന്നെ പേര് വെക്കണം എന്നാണ്. നിങ്ങളുടെ പേര് വെക്കണം എന്നാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ ആരാണെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് യു ഷുഡ് ഹാവ് എ നെയിം ബാഡ്ജ് ഓൾസോ. എൻ്റെ പേര് വെക്കണം എന്നാണ്. പക്ഷേ വലിയ നിയോൺ ലൈറ്റ് വെച്ചിട്ട് മറ്റേ MG റോഡിൽ വെക്കാൻ പാടില്ല. ഞാനിവിടെ സ്കാൻ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അത് നമ്മൾ പിടിക്കും.
ബാക്കി സർ ഫോം ഓഫ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒറ്റ ഫോം ഓഫേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഓൾ ഓവർ ഇന്ത്യ ദർ ഇസ് ഓൺലി വൺ ഫോം ഓഫ്. അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് 2 കമ്പണൻ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് 1 കമ്പണൻ്റ് ഹാസ് ടു ബി സൈൻ ബൈ ദ പ്രഗ്നന്റ് ലേഡി. അതായത് ഐ ഡു നോട്ട് വാണ്ട് ടു നോ ദ സെക്സ് ഓഫ് ഹിം. അത് മലയാളത്തിൽ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ എഴുതി ഒപ്പിടുകയും വേണം. ഫോം ജി മറ്റേതിലാണ് വരുന്നത്, ഇൻവേസീവ് പ്രൊസീജിയേഴ്സിന് വരുന്നത്. അല്ല സാർ ഞാൻ പറയാം, ഐ ക്ലിയർ. നമുക്ക് മൊത്തം എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഉള്ളത് ഫോം ഇ വരെയുള്ള ഫോം മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതിൽ സപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ. ഫോം എ, ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ ഈസ് ഫോം എ. ഫോം എ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് നമ്മൾ ഇഫ് യു വാണ്ട് ടു അപ്ലൈ ഇൻ ഡ്യൂപ്ലിക്കേറ്റ് യു ഹാവ് ടു സബ്മിറ്റ് ബിഫോർ ദ district or the state appropriate authority with the fees. 25,000 for ultrasound clinic, 35,000 for ultrasound with the genetic clinic. Then form B is the certificate which the appropriate authority gives you. And form C is the rejection. If there is any cancellation, that form C is there. And the form which is mandatory for you is form F. For the ultrasound clinic, it's a form F where 2 signatures must be there. One is the signature of the pregnant lady and the second is the signature of the doctor. And the form G is for the ultrasound clinic, for the genetic clinic. Clear?
One question.
No, this is the latest format.
And the form
It is published in 31st January 2014. This is after the amendment of the format. അല്ല ഫോം എഫ്.
ഫോം എ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇറ്റ്സ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. And one thing that we are going to do right now is we are going to make it digital, so that e-filing can be done. So that, but the only problem is with the digital is signature. So this is has 2 signature columns. ആ ഫോം തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കണം. പ്രഗ്നന്റ് വുമന്റെ സിഗ്നേച്ചറും വേണം. ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ടീം വന്ന സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ഓരോരുത്തും ഡോക്ടറുടെ ഒപ്പില്ലായിരുന്നു. രണ്ടും ഇല്ലാത്ത സ്ഥലങ്ങളുണ്ട്.
He gave his registration to that clinic. Is it against the rule?
It is against rule.
So
actually in Kerala, I will make a clarification because that's one of the important point. Whether a doctor can practice in many institutions. Actually, as per the law, a doctor can practice only in one institution. But later, as per one court verdict, one doctor can practice in 2 centers right now, not more than 2.
that is said by the.
But in the last in the last advisory committee meeting where Rajiv Sadanand sir, who was the last principal secretary, he told, considering the situation of Kerala where there are less number of radiologists and more number of cases, you should not be strict on this. You should give freedom for the radiologist to practice in at least 4 centers. This is the only, but it's not in the law. But it is not in the law. As per the law, it's only 2.
But for the information,
But time should be disputed.
sir, but this thing was challenged in the Delhi High Court.
Yeah, this is challenge, but no verdict has been come.
So you are following that, you are not following that other advice, High Court's advice.
This is something applicable to Kerala.
Sir, I will read the court verdict. By this application, the petitioner inter alia submit that the stay order granted by this court be intimated by respondent number 1, Union of India, to all the states across the country. We are conscious of the fact that stay order passed by this court may not be binding on other state governments. However, at the same time, since respondent number 1, Union of India, is a party to the present proceedings and the act is a central legislation, respondent number 1, Union of India, can at least inform all the states about the aforesaid order. We order accordingly. In view of the aforesaid order passed, Mr. Vikas Singh, senior advocate appearing for the petitioner, fairly states that if affiliates of the petitioner have filed any petition in different high courts, they will advise them to withdraw the petition. If affiliates of the petitioner have filed any
So this is the problem with verdicts. You won't, nobody will understand what they are meaning. That's the kind of verdicts they always use. Yes. Anyway, as
ഇതിനകത്ത് പറയുന്നത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അധികാരമില്ലെങ്കിലും ഞങ്ങൾ ഓർഡർ ഇടുകയാണ്. അതിനർത്ഥം വേണമെങ്കിൽ അംഗീകരിക്കാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ
I'll continue with the prerequisites. So the act, the copy of an act should be kept in your radiology, the ultrasound room. In Malayalam, it's read. If you don't have Malayalam, you can keep at least this copy. This is available at the Sumar bookstore or any other major bookstore. Only no, it's not in the website. It's not in the website. From the Sugumar bookstore in Toronto. In almost all bookstores.
Northern district is not available.
This act. No, Malayalam it's not available in the Malayalam. We have prepared in the DHS. We have circulated to all the government hospitals. Okay, we'll try. Malayalam. Okay, I will do that.
So, if I am working in a hospital and I am resigning from there, they are using my registration
No,
for.
you cannot do that.
Pardon, I am leaving.
See,
I am resigning. I am joining another hospital. Then what should I do?
The
radiologist.
And one thing, exactly the same thing happened here in Trivandrum for the last visit. In one clinic, the wife, who was a radiologist, was practicing. She had a certificate, and she died. And the husband, who is also a doctor, started practicing with that certificate. He was also caught. But considering his age and leniency, they wanted to get a new certificate. He was not penalized, but that is also an offense. You cannot do that. In Trivandrum.
the owner and the center is being registered and not the doctor. Doctor is an employee there. You are the owner, you will be registered.
No, if the doctor is practicing,
You will be added as an employee, right?
no, that's for the institution. That's for the corporate body.
He is asking, suppose
He-
resigning from somewhere means somebody is running the hospital. So the ENDT certificate is really in the name of the superintendent.
No, but if it is registered as a hospital or a corporate body or something like that, then the change of doctor shall be informed to the appropriate authority. The owner.
What about the radiologist?
No, radiologist does not have to. In case of the corporate, it's the responsibility of the director of that corporate body to inform. It's well said here.
So that's a big.
Immediately on change. Whenever a new person is coming,
Then few more questions. There was somebody comes and tells us the room size, bathroom facility for ladies. Recently, Telcheri one came and there is a separate bathroom for ladies. They made a note.
it is there, sir. It is not, but they are looking for everything. They are looking for the AC.
This is
for
the
the
problem.
factory.
This is a problem. See, the law is there, and the enforcement authority is giving with the new ideas. That's what we are the problem we are facing.
Yeah, that is true. What
But
is in the rule is adequate space.
they don't take any action for these things, sir. They don't take any action for these. Only for major crimes or major offences they will take the action.
Then another thing is that displays of god, one male god or female god. They objected that.
Okay, sir. There is, it's no. Not. Only one registration is required for a hospital. Yeah, only the change in person has to be informed. Just inform the appropriate authority. Inform. It's all. That's all. No need of new registrations. Informed. But if it's a single doctor clinic, the doctor shall be registered. But in a corporate, it's different. You just inform the authority.
How can a Mr. become pregnant?
Where?
I have scanned Mr. So-and-so is pregnant.
In
You can see how this is drafted. How they have-
in my form I have changed it as Srimati.
Okay.
I think you have accompanied the central team with the recent visit. What all deficiencies were there in the
Okay. I think I'll stand. Just one moment. Recently, I was with the NIMC team for the visit. Actually, the NIMC team, when they visited Kerala, they had high expectations. High expectation due to the better sex ratio in Kerala, better health indices. But when they visited, they had planned only a short visit. They wanted to visit one major corporate hospital, one clinic, and then only four institutions in one district. And the first visit was in Trivandrum, where we visited one of the corporate hospital. Actually, even I was wondered. There was a young radiologist working there, and when we went there, she was using that ultrasonography machine. There was no PCP entity registration in that hospital. The doctor was not registered. There is no F form in that hospital. No registers were kept, and she was doing ultrasonography on pregnant also. From the hospital registers, we found that. And it was just enough to give her 10,000 rupees fine, which is quite easy, but 3 years imprisonment is not that easy, along with temporary erasure of registration. So, no, MC registration of the doctor. We can recommend. Yeah, we have to recommend. Anyway, this will go to the court anyway. And she was a young radiologist. I don't know whether she is here or not. I don't know. But NIMC team, the team also had one radiologist, and we had a lot of discussions. Mr. Sabu George was also there. He was vehemently wanting to punish. But after a lot of discussions, she was spared, but the machine was sealed. That's the one.
How did they get the machine?
I don't know, because it's a corporate hospital. They must have transferred it from some other hospital.
Hand machines running all over India and doing this information.
Yes, sir, it's there. We have caught many machines from Cochin. Okay.
So what were the other deficiencies? Other deficiencies.
So this is the major deficiency. But without having a F form register in that hospital, if she had conducted ultrasonography for a pregnant female, she is punishable. We cannot help. That's the problem.
Now the question is, how strict is your law that all machines are getting registered? At least on the vendor side. Is it
From the vendor side, actually, it is supposed that every vendor has to give the name within 3 months. If he is selling a machine to you, he'll have to give us the report on 3 months. Many companies, many major companies are doing it, but there are some Chinese machines, second sale machines also. Actually, you are not supposed to sell any machines. You can only inform the appropriate authority. Then after getting the permission only, you can transfer to sell the machine also.
So you have to take action.
And
You are selling this machine also without action.
yeah, you have to take action. Actually, yeah, I told you, sir, the state was quite lenient for the last few.
The companies which are selling
Yeah,